Wow. Hey guys, I'm TravTries. Welcome to my channel.
That is
I've
not
had
how I
I've had a procedure done. Oh, hello, Mr. Happy. Fancy meeting you here. Okay, I'll quit talking now and do my thing. He'll entertain you. Entertain them.
So we're going to be entertained. I'm going to change that camera angle again.
Hey,
After.
live. Whoever you are, that one person, you're my favorite person because you get to see all the stuff nobody else is seeing.
Yeah, the setup of YouTube and how it all works, it's insane. It's
You're
a
gonna
lot.
see two dudes jockeying with their
People don't
equipment.
actually know how much work. I wish.
Hey, it's
that
Captain
I
Kron. You
wish
want to know
that
who the one live guy was? It's Captain Kron.
Captain Akron? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. I always call him Captain Kron.
I always call him Captain Akron.
Akron. I'll know in a minute.
Captain Akron.
Okay.
Correct us on your name. How do you pronounce it?
Well, one of us just obviously is at reading because I'm not looking that far. If the A is first.
And people are now going to see a size.
Travis Wright. Travis Knight.
People are going to see a size comparison now.
Travis Tight.
I'm really
can't see
short,
very well.
and this seat's really low. So
I often tell people, like, in videos that, you know, I'm not small, and they're like, oh, yeah, sure. You're probably 5'3". Like, all the time somebody's going to come whip my ass. And I'm like, all right, come on down. Yeah, you're not really that big. By the way, big doesn't mean you can beat people up. But it's a good starting point.
So
Yeah, I'm not live yet. I haven't even gone to push the button.
for those of you that are waiting on speech, I'm just setting everything up.
For you, Captain.
And yeah, we're just setting everything up.
Travis kind of like, who's going to watch this time of night?
That was.
There's
what I
your
was
answer.
wondering. That's honestly what I. Yeah.
Oh, looky who's got
But
the
it's-
night vision set up.
It's your name that they're coming to. Just to be honest, it's exactly
Yeah,
why.
by the ones. By the ones of ones. All right, here we go.
Like, let's be honest. Like, you guys clicked on this because I'm with Mr. Happy0121
That's blatant lies.
in the Mr. Happy0121 studio. So
No, that's not how it operates, sir.
you have a actual studio, at least compared to what I have.
It's massive, right?
my
It's
freaking living
cavernous.
room. It is my living room at home.
It always saddens me that people can't see how cavernous the studio is.
So we're here breaking the internet because the internet is going to like melt into like a lava state because we're hanging out.
I love your enthusiasm. All right, here we go.
Because a lot of people that watch us don't even know. They don't even know how close we are.
Hi! Hi! Wow, that's an unflattering light. Look at that. Okay, hold
Maybe
on.
You should change it.
I'm actually, I was testing to see which side looked better. Now we're going to go to you. I've got a guy with me.
A guy.
Mm-hmm. A guy.
I literally said that in my 6-year anniversary video. I said, I'm just a guy.
He's just a guy, and wow, that's really bright. We're going to try again.
Yeah, there is a glare going on my face, but it's okay. Verity?
Your thing just popped up.
Really?
Yep.
You got the notification for this.
Yep. That means people are being notified.
That's good. And usually, and I haven't really had any problems with it, which I'm kind of surprised about. Yeah, events, live control room. I'm finally up and running.
Well, that's good. Then you can carry it. Nobody's going to believe that we're on a video together because I'm not in the picture. I could be on the phone.
So what's good, Captain Akron? 27. Got nothing. We got literally nothing else to talk about. So
Yeah, I ain't wasting no material till I get you on mine.
talk about whatever you want because I mean I'll answer any questions.
Ask him what his favorite food places to review food are. Or what his favorite fast food item is, because no one ever asks us that.
Q&A.
Literally, that's the only question.
E-Storm asks, what is that game thing behind you?
Are you sure he meant game or was it? Well,
He said game.
okay.
Game thing. There's a lot of stuff right here.
Are you?
And, I mean, there's Vader, which I've always eyeballed when I'm watching your videos. And I never noticed there's, like, little mini Vaders right there.
Yeah, that's one of those. You gotta kind of be here to notice things.
Yeah, because it's just basically black, and you guys are covering it.
It's for us, Trav. Only us.
It's for...
Kind of like the exclamation point in your name. Who notices that but Trav?
It's there. Pizza and subs. Captain Akron.
I'm almost there, buddy. I just turned into Jason Callan. Hey, almost there, buddy.
But you know how it works. Whenever there's a movie that has an actor in it, which all movies have, there's going to be one of those people. One of those people are going to carry the movie. Most of the time. So I'm the carrier right now.
Whoa. Never
And-
refer to yourself as the carrier again. Someone will take that.
And use it in footage.
And it will haunt you. In fact,
Please do. I don't have anybody.
Hey, look.
I don't have anybody using any of my footage.
look, live video footage. I'm all like doing a hand job. Hand job?
That's a little weird.
That was your carrier and I've got hand job in. Nobody's watching mine yet because they haven't found it. I had to terminate the previous stream.
Actually, E-Storm, I just got out of the viewing for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Which is why I'm wearing it. Which I think I was going to wear this shirt even if I didn't watch the movie today. But it was going to be probably rather that or Marvel to match this Marvel table you got going.
How was Star-Lord in that?
Star-Lord is always crouched.
Let me ask you. To you, is he Star-Lord or is he Andy? I'll know if you ever watched Parks and Rec by that answer.
I have, and that's when he was fat. Which for Star-Lord himself, he did the Batfleck thing. He got toned and everything for that. But yeah, like Chris Pratt, for me, it's like personally, a lot of people want a young Indiana Jones with him, and I actually think he would kill it, like in a good way.
I think he could do anything.
I really like him as an actor. People don't give him enough credit, really. Hello, Elizabeth. We were just talking about you a little bit ago, mentioning that
It wasn't good.
you're always so delightfully on our channels all the time.
One of us said that.
Yeah. And it was
Who is
him.
this guy?
Who is this guy that
Hi.
is in your house?
Yeah. I think we're kind of live.
Kind of.
We're in the middle of blowing Chris Pratt, remember?
But
Hey, look who it is.
But
Oh,
not
yeah, we're
fully.
on your stream, too. I'll try real hard to be G-ish rated.
I love your videos. They make me try new things. Well, thank you so much, E-Storm. I personally, like, whenever I started this channel, like, it was sort of like, it was
There we
almost
go.
my,
Hi, 7 people.
it was almost my push to try new things, because I honestly I've always been, like, really picky eater, but doing the channel is I kind of grew up into doing it. That's Greg from TravTries, live in his own studio. Now we're not in mine. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
He won't give me directions to his house.
Maybe one day. I know where he lives now.
He told me the only way I would ever come to his house, it would involve a van and, like, I don't know, a bag over my head.
A white van with, like, white windows, right? Where you can't see.
Fruish.
Can't see inside it.
Why are you not moving in that picture? It's scaring me. Like, you're not moving.
I just read the.
I understand now. We had a long conversation. This is something no, I don't care about. We had a long conversation about camera placement, what kind of cameras we use, and he was you were very obsessive with the way your camera was positioned so that you could see things. And I was like, well, you're using a laptop, but I understand now. I get it, bro.
What do you get?
That you're looking at the camera, you're not looking at...
No, I don't. I really don't.
You know he's going to have a door open
I'm
for
open,
him.
though. I'm open to suggestions.
That's how he
This
became a
guy-
carrier.
This guy, this guy It's one of the gods. No, I'm not.
This guy was doing it before me.
But I forgot what I was saying.
I do that to people a lot. What I was...
We got a compliment on Jurassic Park and Gas Monkey.
Sweet.
I should have.
We should quit now because
I should have brought that drink, but I didn't. I was like,
you know what?
Gas Monkey energy. And when I saw you wearing that shirt when you got out of your car, I was like, that would have been perfect because you would have already been wearing the shirt.
And I forgot all about it. Look, that's the old stream.
Well, that's an unflattering way like that.
I'm watching the stream from 5 minutes ago.
Oh, you did a test stream?
I did on accident. It was going, and I was like, I'm not just gonna jump into poor Trav and make him just, I don't know, whatever.
Before I forget, what is up, Creed? I pretty much grew up going to school with Creed. He's a friend of mine. He lives around here.
Watch
we
this.
won't say.
He's
where
talking
that
about Creed.
is.
Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
You're now gonna be sucked into this weird zone where you're seeing what happened about 30 seconds ago because they're living what happened 30 seconds ago, man.
Your camera angle is killing it. Like, that is so much better than mine. Just saying.
He's not telling you to abandon the channel and go to Mr. Happy. He's saying he enjoys the camera angle. What you want to get yours up higher? You want to shoot from above us? Maybe we could get Dominic to loan us a drone.
Sometimes I do like the downward angle, and then I'm like, no, like straight in front of me. But
always seems like
when
a good
I filmed
idea.
on my couch, I did like the downward angle. A little better.
There we go. Let's see if anyone has
I'm
found
not
the
trying to get a
stream
crotch
yet.
shot.
No crotch shot. Shot. Plop, plop. All right, I can see all 12 of you, but I only see Captain Akron. I like.
How is this happening that I have more on my stream?
How many people you got?
Yours?
All your people. I don't understand it. That's weird. The
See
4 people
it.
you have
Yeah, 4.
are talking to you. My 10 are watching you.
Yeah, don't forget about Greg.
Hit the button.
Hit what button?
I want to see if we are streaming at 2 different speeds. Oh yeah, you gotta get rid of that, buddy. 2 different speeds. Oh yeah, you gotta get rid of that, buddy. That's annoying.
It really is annoying.
That's Q's. People often ask why Q is here. He is here to remind me to mute the laptop during live stream.
It's literally why.
He does a damn fine job. But now, you can see it here. You still are more of a screen in a distance guy than a screen here guy, huh? Or screen here.
Yeah.
All right, let's start. This wasn't a start. This didn't count. None of this happened. When this video goes public tomorrow, in my universe,
But
we're
this is
about to
going
start
public
this.
after we finish this.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it is public now, but it'll be like uploaded as a video.
I know. But here's the deal.
Automatically.
Here's the deal, bro. In my mind, whenever I make a video, even a live video, I'm not thinking about now. I'm thinking about like 6 months from now. Because right now is cool, but this video is going to live forever, dude. Mr. Happy, see? That was a happiness. So yeah, man, we're making videos for future generations. And future generations, now because I've referenced them, we got to cut it off here.
So if you're watching either of us from 20 years from now, unsubscribe right now.
If you're watching either of us from 20 years from now, you're not going to see this part because watch this.
It probably.
Hey guys, it's Greg and Trav. We just started the show. And that's what people are going to see from now on.
That was.
Nailed it. They're not going to see you fidgeting with the camera. Any of it. Hold on, I just referenced it. Hey guys, it's Greg and Trav. Now we can never speak of that again. Now what?
I don't know.
You know, usually Q's the one. He does all the talking with us. So I'm just going to sit and listen.
You know that's a lie.
He mumbled, that's a lie. That's a lie?
I forgot to bring the Oreos to this table.
I don't think you did. We were just a little cluttered.
Well, what we were doing today. Because I was honestly going to do these on like a actual filmed review. But I decided to bring at least one item that we can have. Are you an Oreo fan? Yeah, he's an Oreo fan because I YouTube your Oreo reviews yesterday and you have a ton. Like, a lot.
I have one video that
and
is
this was
all
like the
64
one
of
flavor
them.
that you did not have.
You know, you're right.
But let's get a shot for mine as well.
I was just hiding my face while I talked.
The Oreo Thin Mints Fudge Dipped, the original. I'm pretty sure you would like to do the honors of opening.
I have a question for you. Don't you hate it when you're holding the product in your hand and you've forgotten what you're doing, and you have to take the time to turn it over to read it?
Every time.
Every video.
Every time. Because if you see me have like a bottle of Fanta, like if I'm reviewing a drink or whatever, and I do this, like this is and I do like this quick like read, and like I'll try to keep it in, but sometimes I gotta cut it out. There's like Fanta, something, something, like I always forget.
Hold on, we do this weird thing on this channel. We smell the product. Because food is more than taste.
Does kind of smell fudgy. Very like, what does that remind me of?
Fudge?
Other than that. Something a little bit more smarter than that.
You're on the wrong channel, friend.
Does that not remind you of something you've had? Like the chocolate...
Cocoa Pebbles.
That and the chocolate pinwheels. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Two different guys. Two different opinions.
I will play this and mute it because I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not... Skip ahead to live. Well, that is very, like, they've created a nice setup here to be able to use it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And we are now coming in my line of sight at 3 different times. That's why I like to do hand movements so I can judge where I am.
You know what I'm noticing that you're doing? Because I'm using...
playing to your camera?
Yes, you're looking at my camera because it's reflective. Maybe I should have turned it around.
No, I'm giving you the star treatment.
Anyway.
You guys know, since you brought it up, I'll tell you something I do that drives me crazy.
What?
And I would say to Q all the time, Q, the people are there. We're there. The people aren't here.
Yeah.
So he took that advice, and when he talks to me here. When I talked to him in the last 150 videos, I started talking to him. Which is rude because I'm cutting you guys out. I don't know, I've regressed as a video maker. If it's possible to regress from 0, I've managed to do it. I got you off topic
Trav
again.
in his natural environment. Sunglasses. What's ironic about that is I'm not in my environment whatsoever. I'm in a better environment. This is like, he's got like a nerd cave over here. It's fantastic.
My bedroom is just actually the nerd cave, but this is like Nerve Cave. Nerd Cave East?
Nerf guns?
Okay, let's say hello to some people while you're doing that. I'm not even drinking today, guys. Papa Jerps, real quick, your takedown of Dame on Facebook was so outstanding, I made a small video of it, which you can find on the mrhappy0121 Facebook page. Go check it out. Papa Jerps, not taking no crap from one Dame drops. Well done. TTTT, I wish I knew how to say your name better. I just found out that the gentleman I knew as Captain Kron all these years is actually Captain Akron. So, the guy I probably think is Jack Spears is Jack Rocks. I don't know. Jaden plays the games. Jaden plays the games. Do you think that's his real name?
I have no idea.
Let's see. Mike Kennedy. What's up, Mike? Dame Drops is a crybaby.
Just adjusting camera angle. Starting to bother me.
Let me also say this real quick while I'm thinking about it for future generations. Any comments said on this side of the table are not the opinions of this side of the table, because we say things here that sometimes people may take the wrong way. When, like, for instance, if I was to say Dame Drops is a pandering stooge, someone might misconstrue what I mean by that. And I would hate that if it came back on you. What I mean by he's a pandering stooge is I mean he's a stooge who panders. See?
That makes sense.
Yeah. But Trav, he loves everybody.
Pretty much.
Except for that one dude you told me about. He really hates one dude.
One dude.
So much. He doesn't hate anything. He put all his hate, every bit of hate that he could summon in his body, it was like a sin eater, into one food reviewer. It's amazing. It's a beloved food reviewer too, but everybody loves him. Except Trav. You hate me now, don't you?
No.
We're going to try one of these cookies.
Those of you tuning in now, the Oreo Thin Bites Fudge Dip Original, there was just a random thing I picked up when they were new, but now they're not. This has been in my pantry for like couple months, to be honest.
I don't want to know.
Don't want to know the
No, the expiration date? Nah, never good. Oh, you just went right to bite 2 without me. Rude. Oh, how much would that annoy people if I just said like one phrase and looked at the other camera, went back and forth and did it the rest of the
rude.
day?
When
You
it
know
comes
what?
to what?
Just tastes amazingly like an Oreo with chocolate on it.
Yeah.
They've captured it.
Bite 3.
You ever try the
Still
white
one.
fudge ones? The Christmas ones?
I don't really try a lot of Oreos.
Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna tell you now. If you are ever like at the pearly gates or whatever your religion is, or if you're in nothingness, whatever, and you get a chance to come back for one thing to try an Oreo, the higher being says you've never tried this particular Oreo. White fudge, only available at Christmas. Comes in a diminished box. It's like a tray of them. One of them's a meal.
Or I can try it while I'm alive.
Yeah, there's that. I mean,
Always
anybody
that
could
option.
do. Anybody could do that, man.
Captain Akron says, "You have. I don't know if he means me or you, but you have cats somewhere. That little guy is over there. He's behind the scenes, and he's adorable, by the way. She is adorable, by the way.
I throw everybody off. Her name is Charlie, so
I don't know.
what you can do? She looks mannish. Are you insulting my cat?
No,
Okay.
it just does kind of remind me of a boy.
Form of harassment, sir, of some sort, somewhere.
Hey, I've got
Okay, Jason Callan, is it? Well, okay, he just popped up. Like, where is Jason? Jason has a live stream.
He decided to watch your stream.
No, he is somewhere right now with
I
a live
guarantee
stream.
he's pulling up both tabs. I guarantee it. Well, actually, you'd probably have to use 2 accounts, though.
You know what Jason needs to be doing? Somebody go tell Jason he needs to, and he will do this because he's Jason. Jason needs to live stream the dual stream. Somebody suggested to him out randomly the other day
Don't do that, Jason.
just to live stream me watching wrestling, and he did. It was an event. Okay, what grade do you give this man?
1 second. I apologize to anybody because, like, I'm looking at my live chat, and I actually forgot to be looking at yours to check for anything that's about me.
Dude.
What's up, Trav? From TT. What is up, TT? I believe I've seen some comments from him on my channel. So.
Oh man, did you see that? That's why I haven't been doing anything. Look at it, just bounced. Like everything you guys have said for the last 15 minutes, just posted. Sorry, peeps. Wow. Everybody thinks I'm an ass now because I just was not here.
I saw your expression in this whenever you did that.
Well, you know, if you come to a live stream and then you write stuff, the best somebody could do is once in a while say, hey. But it hadn't been moving. I was even like complaining, and then everything just downloaded that you guys have done. So thanks, TT. TT's been with me since 30,000.
30,000.
That's pretty good, man. That's a while because our sub count moves slow. My proudest person I've been with, I throw it out because it's like my street cred. Report of the week, I started following him at 13,000. And you can go back, and when I smack talked all those food reviewers, I always said, that dude, he's going to be something. He, like, people would say, you trash everybody. Why not the dude in the suit? Because the dude in the suit was smart. So that's my street cred, is I got on that wagon early.
So, question. We're streaming on both channels.
Are we?
now.
Are we really?
And you asked me, what do I give Oreo Thins Fudge Dip? And yes, I read them again. How do we rate it if it's on both channels? I go 1 to 10.
Do it.
He goes 1 to 100.
You living in this universe, I'm living in this one, sir. It's a duel. It's a cross stream. Like 2 dudes peeing
I
on a
have
Saturday
a
night.
better idea. Why don't we do it backwards? You do 1 to 10. I'll do 1 to 100.
Okay.
Only if you agree.
I agree. I'm ready to give the score, man.
All right. So from 1 to 100, break it. Basically break it.
No, that's you.
Am I breaking the fourth wall? I don't think that's.
You're not
that
seeing
is.
Punk. Do you watch wrestling?
No, I don't. That's the one thing.
Strike one.
Because you're a nerd.
Do you enjoy the
I
new
see-
Star
I
Wars
see-
movies?
I like the original better. So that's probably for you. Like he's got a little more respect, but I really like.
He's young though. Whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa,
really
whoa,
like
whoa.
The Force Awakens when it came out.
What do you consider the original, mister?
What?
What do you consider the original? What numbering are you using?
4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and I'm pretty sure Empire Strikes Back is my favorite.
The dramatic pause would have been as you were leaving, if you turned and said, "Phantom Menace was the bomb." No.
Yeah, that no,
Will never happen.
will never happen because that's the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
Man,
you think the two new movies are worse?
you're gonna love this. Watch me get the hate. I read enough going in. The last Star Wars movie I watched was Rogue One. I have not had to go through the torment of hearing and seeing what I heard. What happened to Luke Skywalker? In my brain, that didn't happen. I ain't playing your games. Ryan Johnson can step in front of a train for all I care. Now,
And if you tweet
in my
him
Star
that,
Wars universe,
he would make a joke back.
yeah, and funny man, we're out here. You mess with the wrong people, you mess with Star Wars people. In my Star Wars universe, it ended at Rogue One, which was the beginning.
You liked Rogue One, then?
Loved it.
Sweet, because I loved it too. I saw that movie like I'm gonna say 4 times.
When I sat through the whole movie to see the Hobbit ending of Luke Skywalker standing on a little bitty island where there's no food, refrigerator, or TVs, I was like, I don't know where this is going, but I don't like it. So I started reading, and then I read enough to know I wasn't going to like nothing that was going to happen. And then Solo come on.
Understandable.
Why, if they would have made Solo Calrissian, that movie would have blown up.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, because I don't even know where.
Painful,
to go.
right?
I don't even know where to go with it.
Because it's
like,
painful.
well, because it's Star Wars and it's like there's so much to talk about.
And the current Star Wars people are making the mistake that like DC Comics has made, where they're now defensive, and it's become like, we're gonna do what we want to do, and we're gonna continue down this path, and you guys can suck it. That is literally Vince McMahon with wrestling. He's like, I don't care if you like it or not, you're gonna watch because there's no other Star Wars movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch. Asshat. Suck it, JJ. Okay, I'm done.
Back to the grade.
Oh yeah, remember
I
that?
literally forgot. Because if you talk about Star Wars, it's gonna interrupt my brain, and I'm gonna Star Wars or Marvel. It's gonna interrupt my brain.
Ladies, especially that one special lady, when you need to distract him.
Your grading system.
I've thrown him so far off. I know I'm doing 1 to 10. You're doing 1 to 100.
I edit my videos very like chop, fast cut, Jeremy John style. So any mistake or any like moment I have in there is gonna be cut out. So like for me, it's like this is. I've live streamed before.
As Jim Ross once said to Sid Vicious, "We're live, pal."
Yeah. So it's literally uncut, and like any mistake that you see or me stumbling over my words is gonna be live. But that's me. That's just who I am.
There's no mistakes. You meant to do it.
I'm not a smooth talker.
He meant to do it.
Maybe.
It's a character he plays. I've been around this guy before.
Grading. 1 to 100. Like an 88.
You put some deep thought into that, bro.
88. Because I'm a food reviewer.
Okay, let me ask you this. I love to ask people this because people are always like, you just throw a grade out. When you give that grade, now I'm not busting your balls because I'm asking for like my own edification on how you're grading. Are you assuming then that if that is an 88, are you grading it against an Oreo being 100? Now that doesn't mean if you were just grading an Oreo that it's 100, but are you grading it against a system where an Oreo is the top of the mark? Or do you even put that into contention, and when you give it the 88, you're just grading purely in a vacuum that this is a chocolate-covered thing that you're eating? A lot of questions.
It's more just based on, because like I'm an Oreo guy, but I don't eat it. I'm just going to tell you guys, it's very unhealthy to do that. Don't eat Oreos all the time. And there's a lot of people that do that. So, it's like the snackers out there, the people that eat chocolate and everything. But as for like, I haven't really had anything chocolatey in a while. So yeah, there's that little bit of like, oh, this is just really good because of right now. It's, it's always good, because I like chocolate. So you can't help to have that little bit, and I'm sure you've done it in reviews too, where you feel a little bit, what's the word, biased or nostalgic about something, and you eat it and you're like, man, I really like that, but I need to be like a critic about this, like kind of like really boil down if it's. But for me, it's a lot more simple than people think it is to grade something, because it's like, was it good on first bite? And I like that you guys do the three bites, because that gives it because sometimes by that third bite, that first bite may have been better, but that third bite is like, oh, what just happened?
That's the bridge.
Or you go back and have something again. I'm sure you've done it too, where you go to like McDonald's or something and you give something a flat whatever. I don't even know if you ever guys even give anything 100 before. 3 times. Or a 90 or something like that, and then you go and have it again. You're like, why did I give that a high score? And it's like in real life at that moment, it's like a 60 or a 50. So
it's almost always the other way around. Mine is almost always, why did I go so low? But either way, it's not
that
good.
happens too. I mean, I'll have stuff that
I take it that
more
means I'm
later.
negative, probably.
But most of the time for me, I get something a second time at like a gas station, whether it's a drink or something, and most of the time it's just a little bit worse than that review.
Because you have an expectation a lot of times. That's another thing you don't ever factor in. Chocolate covered Oreo, you know what you're getting. There's a lot of times we review something on this channel, I have no clue what it's going to be, and so I have no expectation. And then if it's just good, you go, oh wow,
yeah,
I didn't expect that. Whereas if you have something that was really expected to be good and it's good, then you're disappointed.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Like I'll say it. I've said it to my viewers before in a video, and I keep it and I never cut it out. But I usually say stuff like you pretty much can already guess what this is going to taste like.
Right.
Because fudge
got 3
covered
ingredients or
Oreos, that's pretty. You could probably already guess. So yeah, this isn't to me right now, this isn't a groundbreaking flavor or anything.
No, but it's really good, man.
But it is good. So what do you give from 1 to 10?
I can't use points either. See,
That's
the shades of gray that the 1 to 100 gives you. Like the 84, if this was on his channel, it would be an 8.
Which it is.
Yes. It would be an 8, folks. It wouldn't be an 84. It wouldn't give you that a little something extra.
Creed, do you have any fudge on your fingers? Really not that much.
No, okay.
He's
I thought he was asking
He's asking, or how fast does the fudge melt on your fingers for the outcome?
Room is 73 degrees currently, too, though.
Yeah.
We're not in like an 80-degree room, but you did drive here, and it wasn't a vehicle.
New car, man.
Internally, there's no melting in the bag. That actually is a good question.
Yeah, I bet these would be really good.
Yeah. See, no melting.
Microwaving them for like 3 seconds.
Half speed, like half temp. Okay, so my grade is going to be a 9 because I can't do shades of gray. 9.
Right on.
And it's real close to a 9 anyway. I don't know, man. It's good. It's a chocolate-covered Oreo. If you can't get with that, then, you're probably not American.
So, if you're watching this later, or during the live stream, rather leave in the chat or leave in the comments after. What do you think of these, if you've had them? I don't know if you do that at the end of your videos, what do you think about it? Kind of thing. Or you're basically asking them to leave a comment.
Oh, trust me. They'll let me know if I'm wrong. I usually want to know more what they think about Buddy Holly's corpse that was found floating up a river or something, because by the time we get to the end of the video, I've oftentimes forgotten what we're reviewing. Because I'm that guy. As you saw, it's not hard, and then I do it to myself. Hey, Fred's Awesome Food Review says, I'm excited for more Star Wars movies and Ghostbusters. Marie B says, I'd like to thank you guys. Rosy cheeks mean you had a nice night of drinking. Probably a nice night of dehydration, but now that you mention it, I do need a beverage. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Skilo, is dance for the people until I get back.
That is what I imagined was not. Okay.
He does, Logic. You look different, Q. That covers that for the other 12 people that have asked.
My camera is trying to change the volume, so I can't.
No, it's been sitting there for the longest, and you know what it is?
It's pushing on the volume.
Yeah.
It happens every time I set up my camera. It's like volume down, so I've gotten to the habit of setting it up and then hitting camera.
I've so wanted to ask you about that, but then we're live, and I didn't want to put you on the spot live. So I guess I could I am you. How weird is that?
Trav is nicer. A lot of people.
That's the point.
You know what, like,
That is the point. Tell him why you're nicer than me, Trav.
I'm not going to talk about being nicer, but I am going to say that after meeting Greg, I know a lot of people like give him a lot of crap and like a bad rep or whatever, but honestly, like he's a really nice guy. And a lot of people don't probably think that just from watching his, you know, like the thing is like if you're watching his videos, like then obviously it's like there's something that you're wanting to watch, you're wanting to see their opinion on it or whatever, and so you can't help but to like him in some way if you're watching him. Question: You have people that hate comment on like a certain basis every now and then, but you're just sitting there like, but you commented and you're watching constantly.
You want to hear something weird?
What's that?
I really don't. I have the best
You probably have the
audience in the
haters that
world.
come and go. Like they
Come and go real quick
they
because
hate, and then
they
don't
leave.
ever
They
watch it.
don't like. We do this thing about every 20 videos where we'll just say something to run people off, and that hurts. People go, "What? You don't want?" No, I don't want overly sensitive people. I don't want people that are gonna be offended every time I look at the camera wrong. So yeah, people that have been around, I will just say like drop a bomb. I'll say I'm gonna say this and see what happens. We'll lose 15, 20 people, and we're better for it.
You guys have been doing this a long time. Yeah, we have.
He's been doing it longer.
How long have you guys been doing this? Like, what year did you start?
You know, I can tell you, rather than lie, because it's one of those things I can give you like a date. But here's what I will tell you guys. When I started, of course, now Grandpa YouTube, when I started, there was a lot less food reviewers. It was still kind of a novelty, believe it or not. There was a time when there wasn't 52 father and son acts. There wasn't, you know, everything now seems to be an echo of someone else. Literally, if you go back and look at any food reviewer that existed 4 years ago, you can go find 10 of them now. And you were one of the ones that people told me that they watched then. Like the endorsement has been around like 2 months longer than me, and he never lets me forget it. He's been around 2 months longer than me for food reviews. I never let him forget. I took a big step down to come to food reviews because I was tired of making slime.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Like,
some of those.
if I wanted to get views, I'd just go make some slime. But no, I'm going to eat hamburgers and get views by the hundreds. But he said he named his favorite people that were reviewing food that he watched, and you were in that group, sir. You may not, to your mind, you never think someone would say that about you privately, but there are people that review food that back then you were somebody they watched to learn how to review food.
Yeah, it's really weird for me because honestly, like, I mean, but it kind of does make sense timeline-wise because before 2012, I had never seen a food review in my life. I just knew that I wanted to, like, do videos on food, and then it became this thing of, like, okay, you call this thing a review. Like, you start to realize what it actually is after you see other people do it. And
You think you do, and then you do one, and it's a little different.
yeah. But yeah, it was back in like 2012. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was. That was 6 years ago now. And you can check out. I mean, if you guys want, if you haven't watched it yet, my 6-year anniversary video went up Saturday because Saturday was June 23rd, and that was the day I uploaded my first food review, which is on Nutella.
I have not seen it.
And well, save your view, my friend, because I'm gonna react to it. Here in a few days, I'm just gonna do a full-blown, like, put the video in the video and react, and just, like, I'm basically gonna be roasting myself because it was 6 years ago, and, like,
Then you have been
whatever
doing
shirt
reviews
I was wearing
way
back
longer
then,
than me.
whatever shirt I was wearing back then, I don't own anymore, and so there was, like, and, like,
You see me scrolling? I just got to my first review. I've been scrolling this whole time just to get to my first review. I did my first review 4 years ago.
Wow,
Shrimp and mayonnaise, Doritos.
that's pretty incredible.
I wonder if I've been making videos longer than you. Hell, you've probably been making videos longer than I have, Trav. You are a living legend. 5 years, I'm getting closer. So 6 years, you weren't making any kind of videos before food reviews?
Yeah, and I mentioned it in my 6-year video that I've been doing like video type of content before I uploaded that review.
7 years. First video, a cat video.
There you go.
I can't imagine. So you were 2 full years ahead of us. That's like light years, man. Because when I started, this is the truth, I didn't know there were YouTube food reviewers. We were eating something one day and I was like, it was those Doritos. I was like, I bet people have never seen these. We should make a video.
Yeah.
So we made the video and then to my surprise, people said, nah, man, lots of people do that. I was like,
And then you explore it, and then you like make friends, and then that's how it's always an escalated process. It's a domino effect.
It kind of was, but then I was like, people do that? And then people were like, yeah, they make money. And I was like, money? So I went and looked, and I watched Dame, and I watched KBD, and I watched Joey, and I saw some of yours, and I went like through like the 7 people I knew existed at that time. The endorsement, Ian K. Those guys both, endorsement beat me by 2 months. Ian K beat him by a month, something like that. So I started talking to those guys, and we would figure out things. But then the guy that really hooked me in, and I stole the food review portion of how he does it from, straight up stole, because nobody on YouTube's original except like 3 people. And Ken Domick, who I hate, is one of the most original people. Part of the reason I hate him is he has not done anything since he innovated everything. The car stuff, all him. Everybody ripped him off, but he has never progressed. That annoys the hell out of me. If you were that inventive for 1 minute, you could do it again. Anyway, Matt Zion. He was doing carbs. He had a playlist. I sit and watch 150 videos in a row. 150 videos, but they were 2 minutes long. I was like, this is perfect. He says hello, he eats the food, he gives a grade. I'm going to use that. What did I do? I say hello, here's this guy, we talk about that. Videos are 20 minutes long, nothing like him. But in my head, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And it really went flying that way. Yeah, I mean, you could probably say the same thing. It's like a long road.
The only thing that I'll also say that when we did the opposite of stealing. As far as everybody I saw was in a car. Except for you. You were standing.
It was very found footage. Ryan was filming.
The video I saw of you the first time I ever saw you, you were in an alleyway or something. Like, it was, there was a fence, there was grass. And when I say an alleyway, it was just like somebody's driveway or something, and there was houses, but you were just kind of chilling, walking along the side of a house.
Was I by a pool?
Maybe. It's been like years. And I watched like 4,000 food reviews. But aesthetically, you were different.
Yeah.
And you weren't doing this thing like I do, where you just like, into the camera.
Yeah.
Playing, like, half of these guys are doing some kind of character. You were just like the dude you are right now.
Really?
But you were already doing that, and I couldn't be you, so I had to go be somebody else.
Yeah.
So.
But, you know, behind the scenes and everything, like, I've totally changed. And, like, I like that, because, like, you know, I'm not saying it's because of YouTube or anything, because it's just, you have YouTube, and there's your personal life. And, yeah, like, I mean, I'm much different now. That's why I think the reaction is going to be interesting, because, it's, like, I haven't seen that video in a really long time, at least a couple years. Like, I've rewatched a few of my, like, first videos in the past, but, it's going to be interesting to watch that one again.
Time out.
Gotcha.
Read comments, give me your 3 best.
3 best.
I'm watching my comments go like this, so we got to talk to people. That was my first beer, too. I ain't like. So, let's go with this. Freaky Fanatic. Stop it. Russell Whitkemper. I hope I got your name right. Did you guys like the 2016 Ghostbusters? I said all I was going to say about that. And you know, now that's a whole can of you're a sexist if you don't like it, and I don't like none of that conversation. I went at it like this. Take that out of it. You pick it up and you put it over here. You know what was way more offensive than any of that to me? This will really be a hot button. We'll get right off of it. It was like you had a certain number of people of a certain race that played certain parts. And they took people gender-wise and then race-wise and plugged them right back in, and that's all they could be. No one ever mentioned that aspect of it. Why did the black person have to be the street person? Why couldn't they be the scientist? Nobody ever came at it like that. That whole conversation, I'm done with it. I have a whole like 20 minutes of me talking about that if you guys want to go get angry. John McCormack, life's too short to get overly offended. You would think, but man.
He's right.
He is right. Look at your comments, dude. Look.
They're popping up on screen. I'm trying to like.
Hey, look who's here! It's the endorsement, folks. I'm gonna dust off my endorsement invitation.
Hey Eric, why are you not watching mine?
Eric.
Huh? You picked the most viewed? I
Eric.
see how it is. No, it's cool. I actually was I wasn't like worried about doing
Sir,
this.
how dare you humanize the endorsement?
it-
Don't personalize the endorsement.
I wasn't really like worried about doing this, but I was kind of just like, how are people gonna pick between the two channels to watch this? Because on one account, I'm pretty sure you can only watch one live
I
stream.
love this guy. Never crossed my mind. I want
Literally,
one. If I see
always
one,
think outside
if
the
I
box.
see one person, I'm putting on a show. If I look at it as a 0, then I'm putting on a show for people later to watch.
It's time for another review. That's honestly the only idea I had for this live stream. The other reviews we're doing are filmed reviews after this live stream. So like you said, if they're going to be watching this, and then the next few days you'll be seeing those reviews pop up on both channels.
He's lying. There's more.
There's not anymore.
Trust
like,
me. I got it.
like what if there just wasn't anymore? Like people.
Then that would
like,
be most live streams.
There would probably be some unsubscribers. Just because they'd be like, they didn't do reviews together. They would.
Oh, well, okay, maybe. I was gonna say people on this channel used to watch me. Okay, you ready for my endorsement invitation? I dusted this off a couple videos back. I don't remember what it was.
All right,
I
let's
was
see.
talking about the Cheetos. Now I've put myself on the spot. Here comes my endorsement invitation. Hey, Greg, you really gotta do that. You gotta do the Cheetos, man. You gotta do the Cheetos. They're blowing up, buddy. They're blowing up. The Cheetos. It's worldwide, Greg. You gotta get in on that. Thank you. That was my endorsement invitation. What you guys don't know, when you see his videos, he slows them down 33% to appear normal.
So he basically sounds like a chipmunk.
No, because he's raspy.
Ah.
Raspy chipmunk. But the endorsement's a cool dude, but I'm just telling you, he moves at a different speed than the rest of us. Like a different vibration. Nothing more professional than me looking at him, looking at you guys on the screen.
I'm trying to keep up with the live chat. I actually have a lot more live than I would without you. That's for sure.
Here's one of those deals, dude. I don't know. It's moving. It's cool. People ask me sometimes like why I do them on Sunday mornings when like now 11 people are watching. Because there's been times like I think the most we ever had was like 120 people. And the screen was going like this. They do have a function where you can slow it down, but I'm trying to read comments and I couldn't read anything. I just felt bad because these people were like, he's still in there like, why are you ignoring me? And I'm like, I can't read that fast and look and talk and stuff.
Yeah, it's way too.
So I did this weird thing where I go to times a day where no one is watching so I can talk to the 10 people that are.
He bounced over to mine and said, "Yo."
That's because you called him Eric. Never humanize the endorsement. You only encourage him.
Yeah, Elizabeth says hi. So there you go. After that long,
I can't
of,
get
like,
him to bite on anything. Well played, sir.
It's like it's too much. It's too much at once. I'm used to just one camera, by myself, nobody else.
Really?
Ryan says, "I have arrived."
About time. See? Watch
Get
this.
that reference?
Wait.
Have you watched SpongeBob before?
I'm gonna forget. Hold on. Hey guys, it's Greg and Trav. See, in his universe, the show has just begun.
Yeah, it has.
That's a callback to the people that were here earlier.
Well, Ryan, we did a review
Now we have to eat them again.
on the Oreo. You know what? I'm gonna have another one.
Okay,
I'm just gonna have another one.
I'm in on that. That's awesome.
The Oreo Thin Bites, fudge dipped. So, play back the video if you want to see that, because I'm not doing the review.
Oh no, here it comes.
But
Bite 3.
I'm gonna eat it. Bite 67.
90.
Captain Anchor says,
Oh,
"Let the
9.
show begin." It kind of already begun.
TT bounced over to your side now. I see him. I see how it is, TT. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, you guys need to get your request in now because I want to see the endorsement and E and K do this.
There you go.
Hey, are any of you guys, like just one of you, God tell me you are, is anybody going over to Instagram TV and watching the train wreck that is lazy ass YouTube food reviewers doing things like that. They're treating it like the ghetto over there. They're just literally peeing out horrible videos. You owe it to yourself to go look at like what they're doing. Please God, someone tell me. Like Ian today. He had a 2-minute video of something he'd already reviewed. There's people talking in the background. He messed up his lines. This is Ian K, Mr. Hollywood, Mr. Special Effects, and he don't even care. He's like, Instagram TV. Blah. You owe it to yourself to go see the most unprofessional Ian K video ever. See, that's how you shorten to people. Tell them about other cool things and they can leave.
Elizabeth says, I want to see Greg and the endorsement do this. Whenever the endorsement gets off the bottom of the states.
I didn't know where you're going to go with that. You know, here's the thing about the endorsement. No one really knows where he is.
The Florida will
There he goes.
break off into the sea one day.
I refuse to call him by name on camera. To me, and nothing pleases Q more than in real life, when I speak about the endorsement, I call him the endorsement.
He's just like, what's his name?
Hey, who's on the phone? Why the endorsement? Who do you think? That brings him more joy than like Christmas. I don't even know why. Anyway, the endorsement is in witness protection. I don't even really know that his name is Eric, and he's always somewhere else. That's my take on the endorsement. Keep up.
You could put the endorsement on Skype and put him in between you all, so we'd have a little endorsement right here in his little box.
If we're gonna do that, we gotta get Robert Dyer.
I'm not saying you belong in a box, Eric. Don't get the wrong idea.
Maybe a cell.
Let me out. I gotta do reviews. The new McDonald's thing is out.
Hey, you guys. It's the endorsement. Could you run down to the thing and get me a cheeseburger so I could... Now I've turned him almost into Cartman. Could you get me a cheeseburger so I could review it from the cell?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I am home. I'm in jail.
Fun fact. Not a South Park fan.
Dude. Oh, God. I used to hate musicals. Think about that.
I don't either. Thank God. Musical.
So let's see if any of your people came back, because it says your stream status is bad. You want to update that.
You know what I just realized? I didn't try the other way, but oh well.
Also, you really like the slot machine at that angle. I noticed, see, he starred himself up. He's the star of his video.
This little lantern guy, which probably hasn't been moved in years.
Months. Those keen-eyed viewers know that there was a great cleansing that came across.
If anybody thinks that I'm some kind of like special effects put in, like, no.
I'm gonna stick my hand through him now. Watch.
It's like some kind of weird, like, on a green screen or something.
We used to have, the reason we started putting things up was the video had too much white in it. Hey, look, there's another room. Show them.
How do you, I was wondering how you felt about that, because I was going to try to get it this way, but...
Well, people have seen it.
I won't go too far.
Look, it's a review. It's an oven. No, they can't see that angle. That's weird.
There we go.
It's an island. People familiar with the channel know that that's the island of magic. That's where we make slime.
Magic.
What else do we do with that island? We once got 18 million views off a video with that island.
Really?
Yeah. With an orange.
Where am I at?
Now,
Let me just refresh.
we couldn't get 18 million views if we brought in a marching band, The Rock, and...
Dwayne, The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. Or The Rock Dwayne Johnson, or the Dwayne Rock Johnson.
You like The Rock, what he's doing with movies?
Yeah, how could you dislike him?
Did you see Rampage?
No, because I knew better. Was it any good?
I got a review on it. Because I'm trying to do little dustings of movie reviews. I'm gonna review Jurassic World, but the movies that I still need to review, because what I end up doing is if I don't film my opinion on that movie that night, which probably means I gotta go home and film it, I'll just kind of let it float away and I'll forget about it. Because of all the food reviews and everything, I'm trying to like get in there. It's like I gotta do this, and you gotta take time to like edit and everything. So,
You want to hear something crazy? Like legit
Rampage,
crazy about that?
Pacific Rim Uprising, like I've done.
Did you see the movie before that? What was The Rock's movie before that? It was the hit. He had the Jumanji.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
I did, and like
Which was better?
I I personally was surprised with how good it actually was, like how funny it actually
Right.
was. You know, I a lot of people hate on like Kevin Hart or whatever, but like when he's put into a movie, like that. I enjoy him. I don't.
Matthew Simmons is on point. I have a weird obsession.
I've never even seen.
I have a weird obsession with The Purge. I've seen.
It's a neat idea for like
Here's the thing about it. Like I was just gonna tell you. You know how many movies I have watched in 2018, on TV, anywhere. How many movies from front to back I've watched in 2018?
Not really that much.
Yeah, just give me a guess. Any guess?
4.
That's pretty close. Self-edit. 6. 6 movies in 6 months of 2018.
So, you haven't really kept up with any of the new movies that have come out at all.
Marvel. You slap Marvel on it, I'm there. Purge. You slap Purge on it, I'm there. I don't know why The Purge. Just I go see those movies.
TT, the bell for the notifications has actually been there a lot longer than people think. But it's just now starting to like go into motion, and like if you notice, a lot of people at the end of their videos will mention it a lot more often.
I'm laughing at this
have you noticed
comment. Yeah, because if you don't put the bell, you don't even know about my hatred of the boy. We'll get into that sometime. I can't even speak.
I think I remember the poster of it. Is it on Netflix or something? Like,
dude, I don't often just say don't watch them. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
I love it when people say to not watch movies because then I'll go watch it and see how bad it is. For an example, have you ever seen Nicolas Cage in Vampire's Kiss?
I have. This is different.
That movie, man.
I like bad movies.
Yeah, I like whenever you can laugh at it.
Night of the Comet, I've seen 100 times. It's a bad movie. I like bad movies, but there's a difference between a bad movie and a movie that is not good.
Yeah.
And The Boy was not
Really
good.
That bad.
Okay. I'm gonna spoil The Boy again real quick. There's a doll. There's a couple that live with this doll, and they have this set of rules that you have to take care of the doll like it's a real boy. If you have half a brain, you realize very quickly that the way the rules are set up is the boy lives in the walls. He was some kind of evil child, and he got in a fire, and the whole town thinks he's dead.
Like a ghost now.
No, he's a real boy.
Oh.
He's a dude now. He's a full-grown man because this is years go by.
That's even weirder.
The movie comes out, and you get to the end of the movie, and the whole movie, you're just like, please, don't do this. Please. You've led me down this trail. Now, pay it off with something besides him being in the walls. Oh, no. He comes out of the walls a full-grown man with this voice, like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm the boy. And then I want to die. Another victim of The Boy. And that is the nicest review I've ever given The Boy.
Every time you say The Boy, I think about The Boy with the striped pajamas.
Better than The Boy.
It was okay.
Yeah, don't watch it, dude.
But I pretty much like. I mean, usually I'm like head over heels for World War II movies.
Matthew Simmons asked, have you ever walked out of the theater from a bad movie? I have one.
I've never done it. I've just like, man, I paid money for this. I'm gonna do it.
I stood up at the end of a movie once and cut a promo so loud and so angry that the people in there stopped what they were doing and turned and applauded. But I couldn't control myself because the movie was so horrible. But the movie I walked out of was the Coneheads. That was about 20 minutes into Coneheads. I was like, what am I doing in my life? I paid for this? And I left. The movie I cut a promo on was The Hunting, the one with Owen Wilson and not Obi-Wan, the guy that trained Obi-Wan. He has a very particular set of
Liam
skills.
Neeson.
Yeah, Mr. Long D, for those of you that listen to
Good
Kevin
old
Smith.
Liam Neeson.
They were in a house with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and it was supposed to be haunted, and it was from the producers of Speed. And for months, they were smart enough not to show a clip. They did this thing where the sound kept amping up, and like the picture was doing this thing from the producer of Speed, and this, and this, and they'll tell you all the people that made the movie, and the sound's going like that. You're going like, oh my God, it's going to be awesome. It was not awesome. It was as far from awesome as you could get. I was so angry when the movie ended. I did just start screaming and shaking my fist like a madman.
This movie sucked.
Yes.
I remember when I was in school, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, longer for him, no, Cloverfield came out, J.J. Abrams. And, remember when it had that weird title that is not Cloverfield until literally like a couple...
Yeah, I don't remember. It was something like the Found Tapes or something.
1/18/08.
Yeah, okay.
And that was the night that it came out, and that's the night I watched it because I was so excited. And then I remember being at the theater here in town, and like I read the running time on like a piece of paper, and it was like not even 2 hours, and I'm like, why is this not 2 hours? Like, why is it not longer than it is? But the thing is with Cloverfield is like it was much different than I expected. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is somebody at the end like just jumped up and said like literally, and I'll never forget, is like, this movie blew. I want my money back. Like,
that's the hill he picked to die on.
Are you really gonna go and try to get your money back after you just watched this whole thing and didn't walk out? Like, and I'm pretty sure, and I never saw who the guy was, but he sounded like somebody I went to school with, so I think he was one of the guys that I went to school with.
I was waiting for you to say, and that man was you. No,
like,
it wasn't.
Like, what if? Like,
that's crazy. You know what? Every movie is somebody's most hated
I'm
movie.
also a sucker for monster movies. So, I mean, like, kaiju movies, Godzilla, all that.
This has nothing to do with any of that, but I'm going to tell you a quick story because I tell people this, and if they're of a certain age, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Blair Witch, when it came out, was like...
Never seen it.
97, 98. Well, spoiler, it didn't really happen.
And people thought it did, right?
This is true, man. People went to this. I didn't. I had the internet. I understood even then. It was... They didn't try that hard for it not to be real. My girlfriend, I'm not throwing her under the bus, but she's very proud to tell you she went to the theater thinking that this was real. We weren't together at the time, but she tells me, yes, I was one of those people that thought this happened. I knew it didn't happen, but the end of that movie, there was something that happened in that theater on that day I've never seen since. Movie ended, credits rolled, the lights came on, and no one had moved. It was a full theater of people. I knew the movie wasn't real, but I didn't move. Nobody moved. The lights came on and nobody said a sound. And finally, like, one person got up, and then other people started to get up. But there was no waiting for an after credit scene. People were just like in this, like, that I just see. The end of the movie, it kind of takes you through all this, nothing's happening, people lost in the woods, and then they get you with like 20 seconds of like what could probably be pretty friggin' scary for those of you that's seen it. And yeah, I was kind of stunned. But the flip side of that, the one that people love so much is, I hated it so much too. Paranormal Activity.
I was about to mention
horrible.
That. People thought that happened.
Not only did they think that happened, but good God, how did anybody sit through that movie?
Creed, if you're still here, Creed, you remember, we all watched that in an Xbox Live party. Back whenever they had the little theater,
yeah,
you could join, and they had like a little theater that people could join in and out. Or like I think it was literally called theater mode in Xbox Party, and now they don't have it. I've watched movies with Ryan, when he's at his house, and you have to sync it up. Like, oh, I'm on 1 second into this movie, let's watch it.
That is the worst.
But yeah, back whenever they had that, and I miss that. I miss them having the theater mode. Because you can watch movies with people, they could join in the middle or whatever. We watched Paranormal Activity with like a group of friends, mics and everything, like 5 people.
You would have hated watching it with me, dude.
And like people were like, because, pretty much all the people that watched it with us that night are people like me, were like, not really into horror. Like, I'm just not really, unless it's something like Alien.
I red-boxed it, 99 cents, and I'm mad to this day I gave them 99 cents.
Sci-fi horror. That's what I personally like,
Can I ask you a question about that movie, if you remember?
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lay it on me, Greg.
When did the horror happen? When did anything happen in that movie? All they did was just stay there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a door. There's a door right there. Credits.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, why don't you just leave?
Why?
Like, why don't you just leave?
Little footprints. Time to go.
Exactly how I feel about
Shit stacked. Time to go.
exactly how I feel about The Walking Dead right now.
You
Why
can't
not-
walk off the planet.
Why
though.
not just abandon Negan.
Oh, okay. I do that.
Why not just?
I'm one of the fools that was reading the comic book when he came along. So
I still haven't read the comics, and I want to, but I'm kind of just like, hey, the show's going downhill, so I'm.
Here's a weird thing, though. I had a gap. The first three
Yeah,
seasons.
first Taken was a good movie. Sequels, not so much.
Yeah, first Taken was good.
What?
I had a gap of my reading, but they're fairly, man, to go that far, they're fairly
I heard they
close.
go like they're more brutal.
The first 7 episodes, you're literally like when he's in Atlanta on horseback, they're taking like things right out of the comic book, and you can visualize it as you're watching it. It's incredible. Yeah, I haven't watched Walking Dead in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It feels like they're just writing it as they go. And now I think his name is Andrew Lincoln.
He's leaving, right?
He's supposedly leaving. I don't know how.
What
are they gonna do?
That's
what are they gonna do?
time
Just like he leaves and then they kill off the character, and then Daryl's the leader or something. That's what I heard.
Well, or they're bringing back Shane. Spoiler. How do you bring back Shane?
He clearly died. I mean, were you watching it whenever?
Yeah.
That was a shock to me, honestly, when that episode hit. I was like, oh, he's like one of these main characters that's probably going to live through the whole thing. Nope. Like, they zombified him, and then... Because he was like, I think he was the first zombie that, where they had proof of they don't have to get bit. I think that's what it was. If I remember correctly, because that's been, like, a year.
When they still had, yeah.
But
Hold
any
on.
of these, like, shows that are going for, like, 10 years just need to end. I know they're making money off of it.
How dare you, sir?
but-
Supernatural never needs to end. Is this a fight now? You got something to say about Dean Winchester in this house, sir?
Do you like Supernatural?
I do. But let me tell you.
I've never seen it, so I can't.
Let me tell you something about Supernatural.
I'm not gonna. No.
I'm 9 seasons in. I think they're gonna start in 13. People go, well, then you don't like it. No, I like it just fine.
Shane's gonna be a flashback sequence. That makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what people say. But I just like the shock value of saying Shane's gonna be on there. I want to go back real quick. Andrew, tell me why you like The Hunting. I'm not gonna roast you, dude. I just want to hear, not The Hunting. Why you liked what the hell was it? The one I hate so much. You know, Paranormal Activity. I try to scrub it from my brain. Tell me why you liked it.
Yeah.
Because they made 3 sequels, and there are people. My girlfriend watched the same movie I watched, and then she watched the 2 sequels without me, or the 3, or the 4, or the 5, or the 6.
I stopped after 3, and even though I kind of like the first one, you know, like I think you hated it more than I did, but I definitely didn't like it. I think you hated it more than I did.
Dude,
I still disliked it. But Paranormal Activity 2, what gets me is when you add like babies and stuff. It's like that's kind of freaky, you know, like just seeing the whole like the scene like babies being dragged out of the crib. That freaked me out. Like that was actually legitly, you know. But
How
that's
long
just
into the
because
movie did
I'm
that
not-
take, though? Was that the after credits? When did they get to dragging anything?
It was like near the end of the movie.
Yeah, they just sit in the house.
Yeah, it's also the way it's shot, because that might have been a more interesting movie if it was shot with just actual.
People didn't behave like a person would behave. What took me out of that movie was that if you wrote those people like a person would behave, find a reason they have to stay in the house. Give me one reason why they can't leave, and then I'm all in. But the only reason you're giving me is they're greedy?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody that greedy.
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm going to show you something here, and then we'll discuss. We'll see what you think. It's a Paranormal Activity type thing. There's one more thing that really annoys me about Paranormal Activity that I'll share with you guys in a moment after this gentleman sees, because I'm looking for a particular picture. Anybody have a clue what that would be that annoys me about Paranormal Activity?
Question mark.
I know. The acting. The budget. I guess I'm going to have to put cast. Okay, I'm going over to images. I'm trying to find a picture of the lead actor in that movie as he's portrayed in the movie. Go to it, sir. You try too, because help a brother out. What's his name? He never made anything after, I guess. Guessed. When you see the picture, me telling you will be one thing. I just want you to see the guy's picture. Okay. This dude,
IMDb.
from certain angles in this movie, looked too much like me, and it really annoyed me. Right there, not so much. but from the side, there was a lot of me there. So I'm watching this movie, and not only did I not like it, but the lead actor, when you would shoot him from like this angle, I just putting myself there going, no, dude, I would leave. Why am I watching me in a house I don't even like the movie? So that pissed me off on top of pissing me off. Was the guy resembled me to me.
Why was he in the sequels?
Why were there sequels?
Now that I think about it, because like I haven't seen any of the other ones besides 2.
I think they went to 5.
But I'm just asking, like, he dies at the end of the first one. Why was he just a different character?
Spoiler.
I think he was just like, whenever the marked ones came out, that's when I was just like, I am not going to watch any more of these from here on out because it's money grabs.
What's the moratorium on spoiler? When can you, what year, how many years?
I don't know, like...
Because I've talked about things 10 years old and people be like, hey man, come on. Dude, you've had a decade.
I watch Collider Movie Talk, and I learn a lot from them, to be honest, because they're in that business. They know what they're talking about. And the embargo on reviews and everything, pretty much, like, the company will, like, tell them when it lifts so they can spoil.
But I mean, in your
like
mind.
John Schnepp, he spoiled Infinity War.
See, that's too soon.
Maybe, like, a month after.
If it's in the theater,
So,
I ain't going to,
but
I won't
they
do it.
did, they put a little, like, spoiler alert tag on it.
I said that and we did the Thanos thing, but that was off the cuff.
But that's how I feel about, like, something like Infinity War. It's been out 2 months. It's making the money. I'm pretty sure it's at, I think it already beat Titanic. Like, if I'm not wrong, James Cameron's about to be.
I'm so sick of James Cameron and his whiny ass.
James Cameron's about to be crying.
About to be.
If it beats Avatar.
Read an interview with him.
I'm
so sick of superhero movies.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it's got to be jealousy.
Dude, you have a robot from the future and big cats, and you complain about superhero movies, and not just big cats. You know how many more of those damn movies he's made already? That he's like coming down the pike. Like 3 more big cat movies.
Big cat. I get it now. I had to think about it when you said that.
Why have the biggest movie ever, then wait like 100 years to make a sequel? When you don't even need actors.
Let's find scores films. I look at this pretty much all the time, so I was curious.
See, now you're in the U.S., I think, because that's not world, is it? Or vice versa.
Well, I don't know how to change that, to be honest.
Just go to Watch Mojo. That's who I use, because they give you the world and the U.S.
The
Watch
website?
Mojo, that's a lie. Box Office Mojo.
Box office. Says the website? Box office.
Yeah. You don't use Box Office Mojo? How do you know what the top 10 films were that weekend? What do you do, guys? You don't consult?
I watch Collider.
Oh,
Like, literally, they always update
you're
on,
one of
like,
those lazy people that watch.
Yes, I watch
it.
the videos, and before
Spoon
reading,
feed.
yes,
Internet, baby.
I would rather watch a video with informative information than have to read it. It's just, I don't know, that's just me.
Oh yeah, we're on YouTube, right? Me too. You know what I enjoy more than anything is a video.
Because why would
Readings
they
for nerds.
want, like, they would be so bored if there was, like, a little
Yeah.
Telegram version of this live stream.
Yeah, reading.
But
Just
I do
know.
read. Read your comics.
You still reading comics?
I just started getting into comics, like, a couple years ago. Like, I really, like, because I grew up just watching the shows, getting into stuff like that, never really bothered to, and then, I kind of, like, realized, like, it's, it doesn't hurt to read the original material.
Dude, you
And
have no idea how
I
lucky
get-
you are.
I get so, and now I'm, like, into it. I've got, I've also got the new Star Wars comics, and people can say whatever about new stuff, but I'm with an open mind. But I'm currently reading the new Darth Vader because it's all canon.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting having Darth Vader being the main character of a story. It's interesting. So I just like with Star Wars for me, it's like anything that's going to expand the universe and make me learn more about it than other than the movies, I'll read it. But I've read a few, because I think back whenever, we had a conversation about The Killing Joke. I think when the animated movie came out, I think I told you that I recently read it before I watched the movie, so that was one of the big ones.
That was 70% of a perfect movie.
I'm still, the whole Batgirl thing, no.
But they couldn't make a 35-minute movie like they should have.
Right. And I saw that in Conway before
I did too.
before I lived there, but
We talked about this. They had it one night showing, didn't they? And
yeah,
didn't
it
we
was
go
like,
to?
I think it was like 2 nights. It was
Yeah.
like Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that. Like something.
I forget the name of the events. Fathom, where they do the special. Yeah, I drove like 50 miles to go see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else you read?
I'm still in the middle. I still haven't finished it, but I've started it. There's one of those things where you start a comic, and you go a while without reading it and finishing it. I don't know if you just like breeze through a book like really quick, or you just kind of take your time. I usually split it because I don't.
You read graphic novels, then.
Yes and no. I read the individual issues, but I have went and like got the big graphic novels of something.
When you were in my room a while ago, did you see all those boxes? The little, like,
Yeah.
I have my comic books shipped to me every month, and it sucks because I'll get them on like a Tuesday, and I'll have all my comic books that should last me a month, and then I will be like a fat little piggy and read them all, and then I'm without books for 29 days. Sucks, because there's no comic book stores where I live.
Yeah. Which is why. I gotta.
Frog throat.
Yep. Voices.
It's hard to enjoy comic books anymore because Marvel keeps screwing people over. They'll go 12 issues and restart. I lived my whole life
Number
for...
one again?
Yeah. I lived my whole life for a story would continue for 30 years. But now,
Number one Venom.
they keep starting over. They'll go like 6 months and restart everything.
Why it is, right?
Because number one sell better.
That's true. It gives people a fresh start, and like, you know, because a lot of people, and I agree. Back whenever I first like thought about reading comics, I was like, man, it's confusing. And so you have to, with comics, you really have to like look into it. And people are, and people's like, what is it? Attention span, like to be able to like read comics and like keep up with the series. And so you pick up a comic and it says like 357, and you obviously haven't read the rest of the.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, oh, and then sometimes it's like that story doesn't have it.
They had a perfect thing to that, though. People that don't know, they started and they quit. They would put first issue of the whatever series, and they put first issue up in big letters, and then somewhere, hey, it's actually issue 370. And they would start a fresh story.
Yeah, like for Venom right now. Venom number 1 came out. I forgot the writer's name, writer and artist, but it's because the Venom movie's coming out, and that's why they restarted number 1.
So then they have, and Venom is a character I hit or miss with. I like the Venom that was Flash Thompson from Spider-Man. They went back to, what's his name? The original. And I can't even
Eddie
think
Brock?
of it. Yes, Eddie Brock.
He's always been my Spider-Man just because of the animated series. That's why.
And see, yeah, different people, different things. Right over there, I have Spider-Man.